Hey everyone, I'm Kelly Nyberg and welcome back to another What's Up Sioux Falls. We're here in a beautiful space, downtown Sioux Falls, with Erik Muckey, who is the CEO of the organization Lost and Found. Nice to see you today, Erik. You're a busy guy, so thanks for a few minutes of your time.
Appreciate it.
Now, daylight saving time just happened.
Yep.
We're nearing the end of November, and we know in South Dakota here, with our winter weather, seasonal depression kind of kicks in. The holidays are coming up. That can be a difficult time for people, and it's a really important time for us to focus on mental health.
Yes.
And that's where your organization comes in.
Yes.
Can you tell us what is Lost and Found, and how long has it been around?
Yeah. Lost and Found is a comprehensive suicide prevention and post-vention nonprofit serving primarily youth and young adults ages 10 to 34 and their support networks, so parents, employers, schools, and so on. It's a lot of kind of words to say we help folks understand what it means to be a mental health advocate. We provide education and training to the community. We help organizations measure mental health outcomes. And right now, maybe one of the most challenging things that we need to kind of address, especially during the holiday season, is we actually provide support to suicide loss survivors. So in a sense, our organization, when you hear the word suicide prevention, you think of that particular phenomenon, but our work is actually focused on resilience, and resilience being how do you develop those life skills that'll help you navigate and build that sort of set of coping skills you need at a time like now, coming into daylight saving time, when you might need a little more support and a little bit more help to navigate your mental health.
Right. Incredible organization. You've been around for over 10 years now.
Yep, we've been around for 12 years. So we were founded by a group of, as we say, 5 audacious 18-year-olds.
You being one of them?
Well, me being one of them.
Nice.
Gives you my age. But we
You're
were
a lot younger than me, so it's okay.
It was a group of actually high school students who decided they wanted to do more to prevent suicide in South Dakota, and they saw the need, and they found ways to do so through peer support, peer outreach, ways to connect their friends, their family with the resources they need to get help.
How cool for 18-year-olds to discover that at such a young age and want to give back and help people that are in their age group. Now, age 10 is when you start working with people. Why that age? I mean, to me, I start thinking, are they in middle? They're not in middle school yet, but they're getting close, or are they in middle school?
They're probably late elementary, probably.
Late elementary?
The reason we work with 10 to 34-year-olds, and we set that as our mission as an organization, is right now in South Dakota, that's the age demographic most impacted by suicide. So when you think about the statistics statewide, we've lost over 800 10 to 34-year-olds in South Dakota over the past 10 years to suicide. It's a huge problem.
Yeah.
And so when we think about the needs in the community, we decided as an organization to say, this is an age demographic and a niche that needs the most help in our state right now. And generally around the country, that's the same for this age demographic. There's no organization like ours that's focusing on just this age demographic regionally, but then also in the country. And so it's important to say, who's going to help our next generation navigate? And that's what we're here to do.
I love that you're the only group in the country. And we're right here in South Dakota and in the region. You do some stuff in Minnesota, maybe other areas around here as well. I mean, for instance, you're going to Minnesota today.
Exactly.
A little bit of travel there. Now, let's talk a little bit briefly more about the programs. Who should reach out to you for support?
Absolutely.
How can you help them?
Yeah, so historically our work is focused on college campuses. So that's sort of, I guess, anywhere between 17 to 25 typically. And what our programs really focus on with college campuses right now is peer mentorship programming. We have education curriculum called Lost and Found Advocates, where you can learn what it means to be a mental health advocate for yourself, for others in your community. We also have a campus chapter program where if you want to be a student leader on your campus and connect your peers and your friends with mental health resources, you can do that with Lost and Found. That is not the only place we want folks to reach out to. So if you're in a college campus in South Dakota, odds are you have Lost and Found programs at your campus. Contact us to get involved. But the other areas that are maybe important for the community to know about, we do provide educational training and curriculum for folks to tap into. So for example, if you are a parent, if you're a school and you're looking for better training to understand, my child's navigating some really challenging mental health conditions, how do I help them? You can contact us for free training.
Wow.
And so we can provide that to you. We also have content online you can download called Let's Talk About Mental Health, which right now, usable for everybody. That gives you a really handy guide to talk about mental health and talk about suicide in the case of, you might have somebody who's being impacted.
That is so cool because, mental health was such a topic that people didn't want to talk about for such a long time.
Yes.
And it's just getting better and better. People are wanting to learn about it more. But it is still such a difficult conversation. So the fact that you can provide all those resources, you're really not just even touching just on 10 to 34-year-olds. I mean, yeah, that's your focus. But you're touching on people of all ages here that you're helping, which is so cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, try to help those who are parenting, they're teaching, they're providing work.
Yeah.
That's really the focus.
I mean, especially for a first-time parent too. I mean, not knowing how to talk to your kids necessarily about these kind of issues.
Yeah,
so that's important.
When we think about, especially now, especially going into the holiday season, there's never been a more important time to be able to understand how to navigate that conversation. And so that's what we do. And so I know there's ways for us to connect you with those resources, but the best way to find us, of course, is online.
Okay.
You can go to our website, resilienttoday.org. Under a couple pages, you'll find our Let's Talk About Mental Health guide, talking about our digital mental health content. But the other side of it too that's maybe helpful is we actually have a really robust resources page, which connects to local partners like the Helpline Center, but also gives you other resources throughout the region to say, I may not be in South Dakota, but I somehow stumble upon Lost and Found and I have a friend in Arizona. I can go to this website and still get access to resources that might be helpful for me when I'm trying to find a therapist or a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that we provide online.
I didn't think about as an employer. We, employ a lot of 14 to 20-some-year-olds, and I care a lot more than a lot of people do about other people's personal lives, and I could even find some resources there too as an employer. So thank you so much for all you guys are doing. I know that your organization is growing and growing. We hope you continue to grow because you're helping so many people, not only in our state, but the region.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Yes, and again, find you online. That's the easiest way, right?
Find us online, resilienttoday.org. You can also find us on social media. Our handle is Resilient Today, one word. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you'll be able to find us there. And especially for those of you who are looking for really good content on Instagram specifically, you might find some tips there that might be helpful too.
Well, I'm going to follow you right after this.
Go for it.
Of course. Thanks again for your time, Eric. Thank you guys again for watching another What's Up Sioux Falls. And if you want to focus on your mental health or help someone else, please contact Lost and Found today.